All right, check it out. Yeah. So hello friends, Coach Bob here with you, and I'm getting ready to go have some coffee with a good friend of mine. We'll take you along for the ride, and we're going to look at an old historical school. But check this out. My neighbor, the one whose house burned all that time ago, they are going to rebuild, and this truck is getting ready to put some joists up, it looks like. So super exciting day for them. That's really, really cool. They've been through a lot of stress. So, yeah, I just got a text message from my buddy that I'm going to have coffee with. He goes, it's starting to sprinkle over here. Yep, in other words, I'm going to get wet again. That is the lot of Tallahassee. I'm going to tell you. Oh, let me get this phone. That's him. Hey, brother, how you doing, man? Yeah, it's starting to sprinkle. Well, I'm in the wind. If I get wet, I get wet, you know. The worst thing that'll happen is I'll melt. Yeah, I got it, brother. Sadly, that's just the state of the world, baby. All right, man, I'll see you shortly, buddy. All right, so you got to hear the conversation. He's trying to keep a good close watch on Coach Bob, make sure he don't get damaged. But I did want to give you a little background on this guy, because you're gonna meet him here in just a few minutes. When I was working for the FAA at the Air Traffic Control Tower, Dallas was an operations guy at the airport in Tallahassee, and we met. I was going through a lot in my life. We'd been friends a long time, and he was just one of those guys that he would come over from the city and was kind of a liaison. We were dealing with operational things, and he was a personable guy. He was the guy who would talk to you. Hey, how are you doing? How's your family? That sort of thing. And we became friends. And I will say I've had friends longer in the grand scheme of things, obviously, because you have friends from when you're a child, or high school friends, or even friends from your early adult age that, you know, you're friends with. But then you have that long-running friendship, the ones that you talk on the phone every day, and you hang out with, and you're spending time with that person. Let this guy roll. We are in no hurry. And Dallas is one of those friends. I retired several years before he did. Every morning when he rode into work, I would call him and go, hey, what you doing? and he'd answer the same way. It ain't funny. But Dallas retired a few years ago. It's fun. It's odd, because as you go through those transitions in your life, you expect to spend more time together when neither one of you are working. But quite honestly, we probably talk less now than we did then. But Dallas is a mainstay in my life, and he's been an excellent friend to me since the day I met him. Every time there was an emergency in my life, he would show up with food. That's how you know if it's a friend or not. If they show up with a flat of fried chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy, yeah, homemade gravy. If they show up with that, you better hang on to that friend, y'all. I'm telling you, that's just how it is. But you're going to get to meet him and see some pretty cool stuff. So stick around, and let's enjoy our ride to Lucky Goat Coffee at Bannerman Crossing here in Tallahassee, and get us a cup of coffee and talk some smack with the DT.
Just like that, man. A little rain fell, but not too bad. No worse for the wear. This is a cool place. I remember when all this was woods, man. Me and Coach Vic like to come over to this place. It's called McGowan's. That's right. I may have already gone by it. I did. Anyway, the place I'm going is right over there. And we'll sit over there and see if we can't disturb those people with our loud talk. Nah, we're not that way. We're kind, we're gentle. They're building these places. I guarantee you those things are not going to go for a song, if you know what I mean. Location. Coach Vic said she'd love to live right over there and be able to walk over here and get coffee and stuff. That would be pretty cool, huh? I think I see him. I'd recognize that profile anywhere. Oh my goodness. Let's see, are there any parking spaces over here? Probably not. There he is. I told you. That's my buddy right there, I'm telling you. Delirium Trimmer. The DT is in the house.
I wanted to get this because I guarantee he's talking about aviation weather. Aviation weather and how far it was out. So let me ask. Are you talking about aviation weather?
I am talking about aviation
talking about how far it was away?
Yes.
What'd I tell you? He's Google Earthing. He's Google Earthing. You know, once the aviation Jones gets in your blood, you can't drop it. You can't stop it. It is an absolute addiction. And although I don't fly per se, still the aviation thing. Aviation does consume our conversations a lot of times. Dallas, after retiring, Dallas got a job in the weather industry. He gets to keep his hand in the aviation world, and that's a cool thing. So I'm gonna get some cameras ready so we can sit down and chat. Dog and Pony Show, Dog and Pony Show. After me? After you. How you doing? Don't let that bother you, okay? All right, let's see here. I want to get the biggest vanilla latte you've got. It's in a bucket, that'll be fine. With skim milk and Splenda though, I'm watching my figure. Yes, a light Splenda, just sweet enough. You can taste it, just if it's too sweet, pour it out starter. Okay. And I'm buying so whatever this guy wants to.
Oh, goodness.
It just got more expensive, I guarantee you.
I'll just have a regular old cup of coffee. I don't want one of them food drinks.
Here's in a paper cup or the mug.
I'll have one in a mug.
Please remove card. Card is removed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do you mind if I film you and make you a legend? Well, I don't know that you'll be a legend, but you'll be seen by at least 2 people because we'll watch it.
Oh, perfect.
All right, there's a professional barista. She wears a mask for anonymity. Some people call them baristas. We call them conquistadors.
Conquistadors?
Yes.
Is that like a bullfighter or something?
That's someone who fights bull. You know, that's around.
That's needed.
It is definitely needed. That sure is a pretty cup of coffee.
It is it not?
Only to be topped by the fellow holding it.
That means I'm a lucky goat. That's what that means.
That's the greatest of all time, or is that a geezer on a what? I don't know.
Probably a geezer on a what?
I'm going to tell you, we have to always let each other know when the cameras are running and when they're not running, because we've been known to say things that could be quite disturbing.
That's what happens when any 2 old guys get together and start talking.
Okay, so we're talking about a local radio host here in Tallahassee named Preston Scott, 100.6, I think.
100.7.
100.7. Now, Dallas is up on everything. He knows everything about everything to do with aviation, the airport, and local policies. So, what we're talking about is this guy, we like him for the most part, but every now and then he'll start trashing the airport. And does he know what he's talking about? That's the real question. I'll have to ut that part out. So can we talk about what you're talking about, or can we not talk about what
Probably
you're talking
not. Probably
okay.
not. It'll be it might be divisive for your channel.
Okay, I'm gonna turn these off because DT is worried about possible termination of employment.
Which is hard when you're retired.
So my latest thing, gotta tell you, because I've been feeling pretty bad about myself. Getting a little salty. I don't like that. So I did something I would never have done before. You know that every time I start a workout program, I go in like a 25-year-old football player. Right? A guy who's been athletic his whole life is already in shape, and then a month later I'm so burned out or beat up I just can't maintain. So I decided to do something I would have never done before. I started using this workout program on Apple, and it works with my watch. And I'm doing, are you ready for this? Brace yourself. The workout for beginners. What do you think of that? For beginners.
That is so not you.
I know. And I did.
And where do you want to go with this? Obviously you're not going to stay on the beginner stage the whole time.
Right. One of the things that this program talks about doing, there it is for y'all if y'all are interested. These instructors are talking about is, and this is something I teach every day in a swim, right? Slow is fast, fast is slow kind of thing. I'd like to be able to run again. I'd like to be able to swim better again. I'd like to be able to do some of the things that I used to do. Every time I start working out hard, I get injured or something bad happens. So these workouts are literally 10 minutes of workout. So I'm doing 2 of them a day, and I'm going for a walk. No running, just a walk. That is not what I want to do. But it is what I want to do because I think that's what it's going to take. If in a year I would actually think in 2 months, the beginner workouts will be done. There's only 10 of them. I'm doing 2 a day. That means that every 5 days I'll be restarting. I'll be good to go to the next level. But the next level is not advanced. It would be an intermediate workout. And those are 20 minutes long. And most of it's based on body weight, push-ups, that sort of thing, dumbbells, kettlebells, that sort of thing. So I'm going to try to take this nice, slow, steady approach. Now I did 2 beginner workouts yesterday. Used to, I would have blasted through those workouts and said, this is stupid. There's just not enough of a challenge. What I did yesterday, I focused on my form on every exercise. So when they said, you're pressing in as hard as you can while you're doing this, or you're trying to squeeze the muscle in your back so tightly that you could hold a pencil between the muscles in your back. I did that. Focused on what they told me to do. I'm sore today.
Well, and I think that's a really good point when you focus on those muscle groups and everything. In my opinion, the thing that's always gotten you in trouble when you injure yourself is you drive so hard to get there. Don't take it part of that way.
Right, and see, I'm trying to learn that, man. And that's where we were talking about the stoicism stuff earlier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out where I am in my life athletically, just like I'm an older guy, the way I ride or the way I dress or whatever it is.
Well, I know where I am at.
Yeah.
I'm a pastry.
Yeah. I'm from France. I'm a croissant. But I'm filled with shrimp and gravy.
So for me, it may be biscuits. And
biscuits. So that's which, you know, it was funny because Vicky comes rolling into the weight room yesterday. She sees me doing a push-up, then a plank. The push-up is done from your knees. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I can drop and do 50 traditional push-ups. I can. And they'll look correct. They will. But the focus and the intensity, because I've done them so many times for so long, I'll do 50 push-ups. I won't be sore. I did those little knee push-ups focusing on mind-muscle connection. I'm sore from doing that.
Yeah.
And that's nothing compared to what I normally do.
Right.
If you were to look at it on paper, this will keep me from getting hurt and keep me from quitting.
I think it's a good plan.
So that's where I am. Oh, by the way, music. Yeah, we play music. Go to type in Bob in Dallas on your YouTube search. We have a little channel. We don't advertise it. We just do it just for fun. But anyway, check it out. You might enjoy it. Vicky was talking about the old is where it's at. We have a video. Old is where it's at. You could we'll link it like right up here. We'll put a link down below. You guys need to put that on Spotify or iTunes. And I'm like, no, we need to re-record it really nicely. And she goes, no, you don't. She goes, you're hearing what you hear. You're hearing Bob Horn, the Iron Man. Slow down. She goes, what you guys have done is perfect for that song. It's got the right amount of humor. It's got the right amount of production. She goes, and the video is a riot.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with what she's saying there. I think some of the other stuff on the channel we do need to re-record in order to,
just to make it sound better.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds great.
Because we didn't put any effort at all into making it sound good. One take, bam, done.
Yeah. But I do believe that there's beauty in that.
Yeah, there is. There's no question about it.
I guess what we need to do, though, we got to widen the door, put down a floor, replace a toilet, all at another house, and while we're over there, do some recording.
Yeah. So we can do that stuff during the daytime and then recording in the evening.
Yeah.
Put a little studio in.
Studio.
Not sure that's exactly how that song goes.
Studio. I'm kind of stoked about this little workout thing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for the book I was talking about to come in. I ordered it on Amazon yesterday. So Vicky looks and she goes, hey Bob, something showed up in my Amazon feed. Like 2 boring books. I'm like, Marcus Aurelius is not boring.
2 boring books. That's funny.
She figured I ordered them and they were boring. When are we going to do some camping down on your land?
I don't know. We need to ride down there and check it out and see.
See, I've never even been down there.
Oh, when you want to go? Come
If I didn't have swim this afternoon, I would. Maybe we can go in the morning.
Okay.
Maybe we'll go tomorrow.
Okay. Let me see. Well, tomorrow's Friday. Let me find out from my sister when.
Yeah, that's right. Because you're doing the My Canopy trip.
Yeah. Got to go down to Micanopy and do some installs for her. So.
Dallas, you need to get a shirt. He needs to get a shirt with poofy sleeves like that.
Cover all my muscles.
Look like Hercules.
There you go.
Remember that Eddie Murphy movie? They're all sitting around the table. You know, he plays all the characters. It was him and I think Arsenio Hall. And they had the chubby kid.
And all that kind of stuff.
They had the chubby kid.
Yeah.
It was like, Hercules.
Hercules.
But that could be doable if we get up early in the morning and go down there. I'd still go to Micanopy to get that stuff done.
Well,
yeah, we could do something like that. Something else I want to do is I want to hit Jenny Springs, Itchitucky. Before the weather starts getting too cool.
Now, that is a beautiful place, man.
And we need to do that during the week.
Yeah, but while people aren't down there.
Right. Turns into a frat party on the weekends.
Yes. Yo, dude. You lost me at dude.
You lost me at yo.
You know where Jenny Springs is, by the way. High Springs, Florida.
Yeah.
That's where my mom grew up.
Oh, really? Yeah.
My mother, when she was a girl, used to go skinny dipping with her friends in high school at Jenny Springs.
I could never do that.
Well, of course not. You'd be very upset if you were skinny dipping with my mom.
No. I could never go skinny dipping.
Go chubby dunking.
For me, it's chunky dunking.
But yeah, my mom she was a wild child, man. It's so funny. She'd tell them stories, man, about cutting class and going down to the springs and doing all that stuff. There was another, I think it's Post Springs that's down there.
See, that's one of the things that I want to do is start hitting a lot of the out-of-the-way springs like that.
I think it was
that you
called
don't hear of.
Post Springs. Post Springs Park right there. Temporarily closed.
There's a lot of springs with COVID that are temporarily.
It says mom, that's Vicky. That means the battery on Vicky's phone is dead. So here we go. Coach Bob's office, may I help you?
So where are you at?
I told you before I left.
Oh, well, okay. Well, let me ask you again. So where are you at?
I am having a cup of coffee with Mr. Delirium Trimmer.
Oh, okay. I thought you told me that last night.
See, I told you this morning. You just grunted at me.
Well, I didn't know. That's why if I would have known, I would have asked.
I even turned the light on and everything.
Well, I guess I don't remember until I was sleeping.
But that's where I am. We're sitting down here at the Lucky Goat drinking a cup of coffee, talking.
What time did you get down there? What time did you leave?
8:30. I got here at 8:46, so around 8:30. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you up and about?
Yeah, I just got up.
By the way, you're being recorded.
That's fine.
Would you like to say anything to the people out there in YouTube land?
I have nothing to hide.
You have nothing to hide? That's what you'd like to say?
Good morning. I have nothing to hide.
All right. Well, good morning. I love you. I'll see you in a little bit.
Love you, Sam.
Post Springs, it says that they are hoping to be open after Labor Day weekend, which is Monday's Labor Day. So, yes. So, yeah, we could hit. And Post Springs is nice, man. Now, of course, back then, so it's got baseball, a boat ramp. Now we need a boat. Canoeing, fishing, football and soccer, hiking, nature, wildlife, picnic without shelter, and picnic with shelter. They have play equipment, which means that we can play. They have restrooms, so if we're tired,
We can rest.
Yep. They got swimming and volleyball.
But yeah, I want to get
Jenny Springs and Post Springs and Blue Springs we're talking about over there by Jennings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need to hit those.
I definitely want to hit a lot of the. I want to hit all the big springs because I haven't been to all of them. Lived in Florida all my life.
What is that one where you go down the stairs kind of inside like a cave?
I think it's Devil's Den.
Yeah, that's it. That's down by Ocala, right?
Two of my favorite springs in the Ocala area are Juniper Springs and Alexander Springs. They're a couple of the more popular. They get a lot of traffic every year, but they're a lot of fun.
Oh, we definitely got to go down to Devil's Den. They've got a little wheelchair accessible cabin right there.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of the cabins that some of the state parks have.
Our cabin sleeps 4 people, while our double wides sleep 6. It's been said, if you want class and style, double wide. Nothing says success like double wide. You know, when I lived in a Liberty mobile home that was 14 by 54, I remember dreaming of a double wide with an air conditioner. Didn't have an air conditioner either. June in Valdosta and July in Valdosta, you were in a little 14 by 54 oven.
Yeah.
Easy bake.
Yeah, you were baking. No question about it.
I remember we'd play a gig and the house would be closed up. The house would be closed up, and my bandmates, you know, we go in there to watch TV or do something, and they'd be like, "We got to go, man. We can't even sit in there. It's too hot." You walk in at night at 11 o'clock, it's 110 degrees in there, man. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Just nuts.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember taking a water hose, putting it up on top of it, letting the water run over the top of the trailer.
I've seen businesses do that.
Trying to cool it off, man. Just trying to do anything to get rid of that heat.
Yeah.
I wonder what Jenny Springs is looking like this weekend. But Devil's Den, man, Williston ain't that far from here.
Well, but this weekend is probably going to be pretty busy there because school's getting back in session, and what we need to do is go down to those areas and spend a few days in each one and camp.
Yeah. Scuba gear. Well, I say scuba gear. Snorkels.
Yeah.
Snorkels, masks, GoPros. That'd be a heck of a weekend, man.
It would be.
Look, if we just said we'll try to go one place a month, do Jenny Springs 1 month, Post Springs another month, Devil's Den. Yeah.
You know what we need to do before it gets too cold?
We need to do the itch.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
But what else we need to do is we need to make a trip up to Nantahala.
Oh yeah, the Knock.
Yeah.
That's what we called it on the trail. Remember, Nantahala Outdoor Center.
Outdoor Center, yeah,
the Knock.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, we need to go up there and
We know all the cool terms.
and raft it.
Yeah, they got some white water up there. That'll make you poop yourself.
Yeah, they did the Olympics when the Olympics were in Atlanta. They did the kayaking and canoeing, whitewater.
I have to cut that out. I can't put that in there.
No.
No.
You would be banned on
Hate mail.
level.
But yeah, that's cool. They did the Olympics up there.
Yeah. Have you driven through the valley there on the way into?
Yeah, because we went up. The first time we hiked, we started at Fontana Dam. And we drove through a lot of that area up there just looking around.
Yeah.
And then we went in at Fontana Dam and went south. And then the next time, I think, is when we went, didn't we start at the trailhead at the beginning and go to Neal's Gap?
No, we started at Blood Mountain and went south, but we did go through Neal's Gap.
Okay.
Yeah, we started at the outdoor center there at Blood Mountain and hiked up to Blood Mountain and headed toward Amicalola.
That was tough. That was a tough walk there, buddy.
It was.
I'd like to go up there again.
I would too.
But this time, maybe 8 to 10 miles a day. Just go up there and
How much were we doing back then?
we were doing 15 and 16 a day.
Yeah.
Which there again, there's that reframing of what I think is normal or athletic or whatever.
Right. To do is not focus so much on how many miles a day we're going to do. You know, we're obviously going to have to plan it.
But how much fun we're going to have.
Exactly. I want to smell. This time, I want to go and smell the flowers along the way.
Then I'll wear like a little floral type shirt and have like a bouquet of parfumé.
Not entirely what I was thinking. You.
No. There was something else I was going to say. I can't remember what it was now. That happens a lot. Don't you hate that?
CRS.
That is?
Can't remember stuff.
I have CRS.
How am I doing?
CRS disease. All right, so there was a little bit of lunchtime, or I'm sorry, coffee time. We 3 hours?
Something like that. Yeah.
3 hours, yeah.
It's good.
So anyway, I'm going to head over to this little old school. We're old school. This was the old school. No, there's actual physical building old school. So
You going to the dog park?
I'm not going to go to the dog park today, but I do need to get over there. I want to take Kaiser over.
Yeah, he'll have ball.
All right, brother. I'll see you later, man.
Yep, good to see you.
All right. Well, it ain't raining no mo. It is quite warm, as a matter of fact. It is 93 degrees, so it went from low 70s to mid 90s in 3 hours. We are definitely approaching that time of year, though. Weather's going to start cooling off.
We're going to run over here to this little school. It's not even a half-mile away. I just thought you might find it interesting. I didn't even realize what it was until about a year ago, something like that. All right, that guy was honking his horn. Here we go, right here. This is the little historical school, and they have a big dog park over here too. You heard Dallas talking about that. I've been wanting to get Kaisar over here. That's the black lab that I have of my son's. In fact, we'll swing down here and we'll make a U-turn. You can see they got the big old chubby dog out there. But they have a tent kind of awning out here and a lake, and your dog, you throw the ball out in the water, and they jump in the water and come back stinky with a ball. I'll just use this roundabout to snap a U. But anyway, the dog park's pretty darn cool. I have not been there. I've seen pictures, and Dallas has sent me footage. He has a pocket dog like Coach Vic, but it's black and gray, not a little white dog like Coach Vic's. But Kaisar, man, you've seen him. He's the big black lab in the videos. He belongs to my son, but due to the lockdowns and the amount of space that they don't have in their California residence, he's with me now. All right, so let's check out this school, historical school here. Bradfordville Schoolhouse is what this is called. They keep this land so beautiful. They really do take care of things. Reserved for community center patron. Well, you know what? I think I'm a community center patron. Because I am going to walk up here at the community center and look around. All right, hit the old parking brake and let's check it out. All right, well, there you have it. A little Bradfordville Schoolhouse. Pretty cool, huh? Beautiful dog park. You can see the lake over here. Let's see if we can get a better view of the lake. So you can walk your dog all along these areas out here in the perimeter. You see the blue tent back there in the background. This is the back runoff area. You see the blue awning will come up here a little bit. See that blue awning right there, and there's water over there. And we are here at the lovely Ace Hardware store, accepting applications. Man, everybody is hiring. I'm going the wrong way there, Coach. Breaking the law. Had someone comment on a video here recently, hey, Coach, making them California stops, where I'm kind of rolling the stop signs. It does happen. It does happen. Oh, I would love to say that I am the perfect driver, but I am certainly not that. But anyway, this is Bannerman Crossing right here. You can see how close we were. That's where DT and I were having our coffee and chat time. Like I said, this is a busy section of town, and it really is. Go. Let this guy get on around. He's probably gonna head out that way. No, he's not. He's doing his thing too. Okay, we're good. All right. Yeah, these roundabouts, man, you know, here in Florida, it's definitely, we're not in Europe. Our city planners love these things, but and I do believe they are very efficient, certainly more efficient than this. But learning to use them properly and all that, hey, that's a conversation for another day. But it is definitely a learning curve for all of us who have not grown up with them. And I will say at times, for me, when you're dealing with multiple lanes, interior, external lanes, you can get stuck in that interior lane if you're not careful. You just have to pay attention to what you're doing. All right, well, I'm going to enjoy my countryside ride home. I hope you have enjoyed our little chat time and schoolhouse time and all that stuff. I will say this also, is Dallas, it's funny. He's like, man, you know, I'm not sure what to say and what not to say, and I don't want to be controversial. I don't want to be divisive in any way. I don't, you know, it's your channel, and you know, sometimes we run on the razor's edge about our conversations. We talk about anything and everything, and there is nothing taboo when we're talking, and it's wonderful. But I want to thank Dallas for being a good friend to me. If you're watching this, buddy, thank you. And thank you for being so kind and considerate to me and working hard and going out of your comfort zone to allow me to film you. We are going to be doing some spring trips. We heard us talking about that. We're going to be looking at Jenny Springs, Post Springs, Devil's Den. We're really going to try to get to those places before it gets too cold. We may be pushing that with me with swim season and him working some and all that stuff. Although he is retired, he is still employed, and so sometimes his days all fall on my days of work, and that's how that goes because I'm retired too. But we have rekindled. We have not retired. We have refired, and we are doing things that we're passionate about and things that we love doing. All right. Well, there you have it. You'll be seeing some springs and you'll be seeing some riding and beautiful things. I've got, that rhymed, I'm a poet. Also, Trike Fest is coming up here soon. I'm hoping to try to get to Trike Fest. I'm done riding behind this guy. Yeah. Oh, now I'll speed up. That guy can't pass me. What is he thinking? Isn't that always how it works? Oh my goodness. Anywho, but Trike Fest is coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Hope to get over there. Things could happen, obviously, to keep me from doing it. Coach Vic's a little up in the air right now. She's saying she's going, but I know she's not a big fan of Daytona. We've been so many times. It is what it is. I'll be going to Daytona, though. If I have the time off, I'll be going to Trike Fest. I'll also be going to Daytona Biketoberfest. And then I will also be going to the DeLand Spyder Rally in DeLand, D-E-L-A-N-D, Florida. You can look those up. I'll try to drop some links down below. By the way, that camera right there just died. Either the card is full or the battery's dead. That's okay. We don't need it. We could do it with just this one right here. So we've got some exciting trips coming up. We've got some exciting spring fun going on. By spring, I mean springs. It's going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, turn that notification bell on, all that stuff, because you're not going to miss one moment of this. Well, do me a favor. Until next time, go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are most definitely doing it wrong. I hope to see you on the road, maybe over in Daytona or in DeLand here real soon. Y'all be safe.